Joana Marie is the CEO and co-owner of Loris Enterprises. She's leading the team that brought world-renowned speakers and thought leaders to the Philippines, such as Gary Vaynerchuk, Matthew Hussey, Peng Joon, Mary Buffett, Chris Gardner, Andrew Matthews, and Robert Kiyosaki, to name a few. As the company's former chief marketing and sales officer, her efforts directly helped them earn 7 to 8 figures in revenue by bringing world-class workshops, trainings, and seminars to the Filipino. She's also the chief managing director of Empower magazine by Loris Enterprises, the founder of I Am Funtabulous by Joana Marie fashion brand, and the newest TV host of a lifestyle and business talk show entitled A Journey with Joana Marie, aired via Light TV. She is a resource speaker, a fashion designer, and a serial entrepreneur with businesses related to events organizing, fashion and clothing, and health and wellness. She's not just a lady brimming with confidence, charm, and a comforting presence. She is also recognized for her passion for building lifelong relationships with the people around her. To provide immense value to people is what drives her as she continues to passionately serve and live life, sparking hope and joy and empowering those around her. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as we welcome the funtabulous Joana Marie Lazaro.
Woohoo! Let's go, Miss Jo!
Hi! Good evening, everyone. Yeah. So, how many of you want to have lots of money this year and for the many years to come? Please type money M in the chat box. All right. And how many of you want to have lots of fun in your lifetime? Please type F in the chat box. All right, thank you. And how many of you want to have both lots of money and fun in your life? Please type me in the chat box. Wow, amazing. I love the energy, guys. Thank you so much for this very warm welcome. And thank you, of course, to Louie for inviting me to be part of the Passionate Creators Night. It is my honor, guys, to be with you tonight and to impart to you or share to you my own personal journey. So, before I begin, can I please, can I be allowed to please share a little bit about myself? Okay lang ba yan, guys? While I look for the, saan ko ba hanapin yung aking share screen? Alright. Yan. So can you please let me know if you can see my screen na? It should be like this, right? Okay. So, syempre, nanibago ako bigla sa Zoom because it's been quite a while na hindi ako nag-Zoom, guys. All right. Can you please let me know in the chat box right now, what do you see in your screen? Is it the chain? Can you see the chain? Secrets. All right. Perfect. Okay. Once again, ulitin natin from the top, right? Maraming salamat pong muli sa inyong lahat for having me tonight in this wonderful event that you have created, especially to you, Louie. Maraming salamat for inviting me, and I hope and I look forward to to impart some of my experiences and my own personal insights with all of you. So, my topic for tonight, I welcome you all to this sharing about the secrets of my millionaire mind. This is the learner to earner journey. So, first question, can you please tell me, bakit may chain in front of you guys? Would you know why? Bakit may chain? Any guesses? Break free, breakthrough. Yes, correct. Because what we're going to discuss tonight is something about your own breakthrough. Can you please type it in the chat box? My own breakthrough. Can you do that? Okay. Yung pinakauna na makakapag-type, wala lang, mabilis ka lang mag-type. I command you for that. And of course, I believe Louis has already shared to you that we're going to give away 2 tickets tonight. So later on, you have to stay until the end of the entire evening or the entire talk, not only on my talk, okay? Para malaman ninyo, how are you going to win one of the tickets? Do you like that? Can you please type yes, yes, yes in the chat box? Mananalo ako, yes. I love that energy, Geraldine. Yes. Okay. Yan. So, can you check right now, bakit kaya May yung ginamit ko na title dito? Pwede ko namang sabihin Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Or pwede ko rin namang pangalanan or title to na Secrets of any Millionaire Mind. Pero bakit kaya May ang nagamit ka dito? Any guess? Sige, walang gustong mag-guess. Ako na lang. Because I want you guys to actually read it aloud. While you are on, even if you are on mute, I want you to read this word aloud. Secrets of my millionaire mind. Because I want you to own this. I want you, whatever it is that you're going to learn from tonight, I want you to earn it, number one, and I want you to own it. Because everything starts with the words that you are using to actually manifest everything in your life. And always remember, right? When you read this, put a lot of energy into it, put a lot of wonderful emotions because, as I always say, the magic is in the feeling. So tonight, I'm going to share to you guys what is my secret to being a millionaire or having the billionaire mind. How I started from being a learner to becoming an earner, and not just a simple earner, but actually, having the opportunity to also impact lives, thousands of lives around the Philippines and even abroad. Do you want that for yourself as well? All right, amazing. Thank you. So now let's start. Guys, do you know these people in front of you? Sino pong nakakakilala sa kanila? Yeah, do you know Warren Buffett, Ray Kroc, Oprah, Mark Cuban? And my next question for you is, what do you think is the common thing about them? Ano po yung meron sa kanila? Billionaires? Yes, of course. Baka nga trillionaires pa. And we're not just talking about peso billionaires. They're probably dollar or pound, right? Billionaires. Successful ones, of course, yes. Visions, yes. All right. 2 more questions, 2 more answers before I give it to you guys. Wealthy, yes, of course, they are very, very, very wealthy. Influential, definitely. All of your answers, tama po. But that's the one thing na meron po silang lahat. And so many other people na probably you also follow. Okay? Like Nikki, Mark Mancilia, Sarah Suyom, all these people, di ba, naging partner rin sila ng event ninyo? All of them is, ang bagal pala nun, sorry. They are lifelong learners. Can you please type it in? They are lifelong learners. Before they were able to accumulate all this wealth, before they were able to have, to help millions of people around them with the product and the services that they are currently offering to millions of people all over the world. They started as a learner, just like you and me. So with that said, do you feel right now that one day, or baka later lang, magiging millionaire ka na rin katulad nila? Can you feel that in you? Right? Yes, definitely. And all it takes is for you to start learning, because personal development is all about that. Creating wealth is all about being a learner, because everything is learnable. Can you please type it in? Everything is learnable. Mamaya, yes, of course, I am. I'm manifesting with you. All of us, we're going to be multi-millionaires right after this talk. All right, thank you so much, guys. So now, I want to share to you this quote I got from Ellie Cohen. So this is one of the quotes about personal development that is truly resonating with me, because without continuous personal development, you are now all that will ever become. What do we mean by this? If you stop, or if you would never invest in your own self-growth or personal development, what's going to happen? Wherever you are right now, kahit bigyan pa kita ng 10 taon, at kahit bigyan pa kita ng 10 milyon right now, this is just hypothetical. Baka mamaya may mag-message sa akin, nasa na po yung 10 billion ko. Even if I give you 10 years, 10 million, or whatever it is, if you do not start investing in your own personal development, you are going to be stuck for the rest of your life. Yeah. Allow me to share to you guys my story or a little bit of my background. Is that okay? Can you please type in yes, of course? Yes, all right. Thank you so much. Yeah, you already saw it in the video that that Louis shared earlier, and also from the introduction. So I grew up from the slums. Squatters area po ako lumaki until half of my life. I'm currently 44. So actually hindi, more than pa. Kasi nakaalis lang po ako sa aking house when I was about 27 or 28 years old. But I definitely grew up from the slums, from the squatters area, and money has always been scarce. So I've been helping my parents together with my siblings po. Nagtitinda kami sa palengke kasi yun po yung livelihood ng parents ko. So naranasan ko pong magtinda ng isda, magtinda ng manok, even ng samalamig. Nagtinda ako ng samalamig. I was already around 18 years old at that time because kailangan ko po ng pera papasok sa school because I was schooling. I was enrolled in college back then, pero I only have everyday 20 pesos in me. So can you just imagine saan po kayo dadalhin ng 20 pesos? May pamasahe pa po yun. So ang pamasahe at that time, if I'm not mistaken, 7 to 8 pesos. So everyday magkakaroon ako ng mga 4 pesos na extra. What do you think is going to happen with your 4 pesos? And if your class is going to start from 7:30 until mga 6 p.m., would you survive? Mahirap, right? So, but then kinaya ko po yun because I was determined before, and I am still determined until now. When I put myself kasi, or put my vision into one thing, I make sure na gagawin ko po talaga lahat ng kailangan kong gawin, even if kailangan ko pong magtinda sa palengke. So, at one time, kailangan ko magtinda ng samalamig kasi malakas po yun. So, pumapasok ako sa school, and nakikita ako ng mga schoolmates ko, and dalaga na po ako at that time. Pero sobrang nahihiya ako, but I cannot do anything about it. Hindi po kasi ako kayang buhayin ng hiya ko, right? So, even if I have to do that, nakikita ako ng mga kaklase ko because I was schooling in a private university. So kahit na sobrang nahihiya ako, I did it. And because of that, I was able to survive. Nakatagal ako sa school with the efforts that I was putting in, helping my parents, and also pagtitinda po na sa malamig. The turning point happened to me at around 18 years old na po ako nito. My mom and I, we were alone at home, and nagkawatak-watak po yung family namin because money has always been an issue for us. So it's the source of chaos. Lumaki po ako sa household na lagi pong nag-aaway ang mga magulang ko because of money. And of course, in a place like that, wala naman pong nagsasabi sa amin that there's financial education, that you can learn something about money. Because at the end of the day, it's not really about the amount of money that you currently have, but it's about your mindset, and it's all about your belief. Even if you only have 100 pesos right now, believe me, you can make it, grow to 6 times, 7 times, 8 times higher if you have a different mindset. But back then, I didn't have those. So kami na lang po ng parent ng nanay ko sa bahay at that time. Gutom na po kami pareho because we have nothing to eat. Wala na pong nagpapautang sa parents ko because nga po ang dami na po nilang nautangan ng mga kaibigan, mga kakilala. So because my mom has always been so resourceful, I believe yung pagiging warrior ko and pagiging grit ha, hindi greedy, grit ko, yung grit that I have, nanggaling po talaga yun sa nanay ko. What she did, nakita po niya yung panis na kanin sa kaldero, so niluto po niya yun. She washed it and she recooked it and she put some salt into it so that it became like a lugaw, a porridge. So, the two of us ate that panis na kanin na ginawa po niya, kinonvert niya into alugaw. Of course, I know that it was panis. And kapag kinain mo po kasi siya, kahit nalagyan mo pa po siya ng asin, because that's the only seasoning that we have, alam mo, mahirap po siyang sikmurain because nga, your mind is telling you na, huy, panis na kanin yan. But we have nothing else to do right at that moment. Kumbaga wala po kaming ibang option. Mas importante po sa amin na makasurvive that day dahil nga po pareho na kaming gutom ng nanay ko. And while we were eating that, I wasn't looking at my mom because I could feel how sorry she felt and how defeated she was feeling at that time. Hindi pa po ako nanay. Eventually, I will become, pero kasi I've been a breadwinner of the family since I was 18 years old. So I knew how it feel na parang kung yung sa mga magulang natin na parang wala na silang maibigay sa'yo. And that's the best thing that they could offer you at that time, yung panis na kanin. So alam ko po na sobrang talo yung feeling ng nanay ko. And I wasn't looking at her because I don't want to add more agony to her. And while we were eating it, I could feel that she was crying. And I was crying too because I could see her at the side of my eyes, yung peripheral view ko, no? And that moment, something in me snapped. And sabi ko, this is going to be the last day na mangyayari ito na kakain ng nanay ko or ako at ang buong pamilya ko ng panis na kanin. Because I was already 18 years old that time, I made the decision that enough is enough. I'm not going to be a victim of my circumstances anymore. I know that I can do something about my life and I want to take ownership of my life. All right? I will never allow anybody or whatever it is para maulit pa yung ganong klaseng scenario in our family. So I stopped schooling. I went back to Manila because I was living in Cavite at the time, kami ng family ko, and I started working for my aunt. And thanks to them, kahit wala po akong idea on how to run a business, pinagkatiwalaan po nila ako. And thankfully, because of that business, I got to meet a lot of friends from Polytechnic University of the Philippines in Santa Mesa. And they helped me po na makapasok ako sa school. So back to school ako. And it took me 7 years before I was able to finish college because in between po, I was still working. I was already 25 years old when I finished school. But sabi ko, it doesn't matter. Kahit na 89, 90, kung papalaring 150 years old pa, buhay pa ako, tatapusin ko ang pag-aaral ko. You know why? Because I made a silent vow or promise to myself na bibigay ko yung diploma sa magulang ko. Because my parents, kahit na sobrang hirap na po kami sa buhay, talagang tinataguyod nila yung pag-aaral namin because they always believe na edukasyon yung kaya nilang ipamana sa aming magkakapatid. Ganon din po ba yung mga magulang ninyo? Yan. So, right? So sabi ko, sige, kahit gano'ng kahirap, tatapusin ko po ang pag-aaral ko. 7 years after, I was able to get my diploma. My parents were with me na natanggap ko po yung diploma ko nung graduate ako, and 2 months after, I became a licensed teacher by profession. Nakapasa po kaagad ako sa LET exam. So, back then, sobrang hirap pa rin po talaga ng buhay. Money has always been an issue for me, no? Kahit na po nakatapos na ako ng pag-aaral. Pero gumanda po yung takbo ng buhay ko when I was able to finish my college and nag-MBA, pumasok po ako sa MBA, and that's where I was introduced to the corporate world. So I get hired to the corporate world, and that's when money started to become better, more stable in my life and also in my family. Mas marami na po akong naipoprovide sa kanila on a monthly basis. So, and when I was already in the corporate, I started investing in my own self-growth. Because po in our corporation, dun sa company before, medyo stiff po sila sa pagbibigay ng trainings. And I know that I lack a lot. Hindi ako ganun kagaling magsulat sa English. I cannot compose, good articles. Writing isa sa mga naipasang trabaho sa akin sa ano na yon, sa job na yon. And I'm not a math person also. I don't know anything about numbers. And nasa accounting, nasa treasury department po ako. And I was tasked to head several mga technical working groups, and I don't know how to speak English. So what do? I cannot wait for HR and for my boss to actually send me to trainings. So what I did, nag-enroll po ako sa mga iba't ibang classes, iba't ibang mga trainings using my own money. I didn't wait for the corporation to actually send me to those trainings because I always believe back then na ito po, kahit mag-invest ako sa mga trainings and workshops and seminars na yon na binabayaran ko from my own pocket, ako pa rin po at the end of the day ang makikinabang. Why? Of course, I'm going to be more efficient in my job, which I would be able to give back to the corporation dahil po pinagkatiwalaan nila ako when they hired me. And the best that I can do is to provide them the best that I have, right? And at the same time, kahit po mawala na ako sa company na yon, lahat po ng skills and talents and knowledge na nakuha ko from those trainings that I paid for, ako po yung magdadala nun kahit saan man ako makarating. So that's why I've always been an advocate of self-development or professional trainings, personal trainings. Even if wala pa po ako at hindi pa ako part ng Loros Enterprises, that's how important personal development for me was and even until now. Okay? So let's go to it. What is it? What is personal development or self-growth? I'm sure you guys, you've heard it over and over again because you are part of this community. And I believe many of you have attended a lot of trainings, right? So this is my personal description of what personal development is all about. It's anything that you intentionally do to help you achieve the truest and most funtabulous version of yourself. Okay? So it doesn't have to be na mahal yung training or alam mo yun, pupunta ka pa ng abroad para lang maging part ka ng isang workshop by a popular trainer or speaker. Kahit nag-YouTube ka lang, nagpa-podcast ka lang, that is something already contributing to your personal growth. And for that, I commend you. And also, it's being conscious of your own growth and fully aware of how you are improving mentally, right? Emotionally, physically, financially, and spiritually. Because for me, personal development is holistic approach. Hindi po pwede na puro ako physical lang. Kumbaga, gym ako ng gym. Pero nakakalimutan kong alagaan yung utak ko. What's going to happen to me? People are going to talk to me and all I can talk about is, ay, ang bigat ng barbell na binuhat ko kanina. I gained 10 pounds of fat. And that's the only thing that I can share to a lot of people, right? Or hindi naman po pwede na puro mental lang because people are going to be so bored talking to me because I didn't develop empathy and compassion. And I wasn't able to create good relationships because hindi ako nag-i-invest sa emotion ko. And also financially, how am I growing my money? And how am I growing my relationship with my own personal creator? So that is personal development all about for me. Why is it vital? Balikan po natin. Lahat ito inaral natin when we were in elementary. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Can you please chat in the chat box? Familiar kayo kay Maslow? Please type Maslow if you are. Of course, you are, right? Yes. So a lot of us, kasi pinag-aralan po natin to sa elementary. So I'm not going to talk about yung physiological up to the esteem because this is something that we are all very familiar about. But let's talk about self-actualization because personal development is all about self-actualization. This is you making way or creating efforts to actually be a self-actualized person. And the only time that you can actually do that for yourself is when you start investing for your own personal growth, right? And, you know, after self-actualization, there's another level, the transcendence, but that is something that we can talk about later on because it takes, kumbaga parang ano to guys you really have to invest a lot in your own growth before you can move on to the next level of the hierarchy. But this is not part of Maslow's anymore, yung transcendence. So let's talk about self-actualization. self-actualization. First. So what is it for me? Joanna, you've been talking about it, and I've been hearing a lot of guru seminars. Alam mo yan, sa mga seminars na pinupuntahan ko, even when I go to YouTube, they've always been telling me na mag-invest ako sa sarili ko. Bakit? What is it for me? Number one, this is my personal gains, guys, okay? I want you to share your own personal gain in the chat box later on kung hindi ko man siya madidiscuss. But bear with me because all of this na i-share ko sa'yo, these are based on my own journey and experiences. And I want to learn from you as well. How did personal development change you and help you? Okay. First, of course, it's all about self-discovery. When I started my journey to personal development, I discovered a lot of things about myself. Bakit ako ganito? Bakit ako, kumbaga parang, bakit ako mabilis matrigger? Bakit kaya ako masaya kapag ginagawa ko ito? Bakit ito yung mga klase ng tao na gusto kong makasama? Bakit gusto kong gawin ito? Bakit ito yung pinapangarap ko? Why am I visualizing all of these things in my world? Why do I believe that I am this beautiful and fantabulous creation of my own Father God? It's all about, it all started with my personal development journey. And I was able to discover a lot of things about myself. Marami pala akong capacities, abilities na hindi ko pa nailalabas because nga nagtatago siya. And I didn't have the confidence pa. But when I started investing on my own personal development, biglang na-realize ko, oh, kaya ko palang mag-talk sa harap ng maraming tao. Meron pala akong kapasidad na mag-organize ng isang event with 1,800 participants. One event. Kaya ko pala yon. Kaya ko pala na humarap at makipag-negotiate with the likes of Robert Kiyosaki, Gary Vaynerchuk, Matthew Hussey, and they are actually listening to me. Why? It's all because I invested on my own personal development. I discovered that I have the gift of gab pala. And I also discovered that I'm good with relationships pala. That's why even if many years na ang nakalipas, I am still in connection with my friends from elementary to high school to college, even until now. And I am able to, stick with everybody. Alam mo yun? All because of the personal development. Next, of course, clarity. It became so clear to me what I want in my life. Why I want it? And most importantly, I gain clarity on who I want to be. Who am I? I am not an entrepreneur. I am not a trainer. I am not a speaker. I am a fantabulous and beautiful creation of my Father God who supports me in manifesting all of my dreams. And I am on my journey with my personal mission of providing joy, hope, and empowerment, one person, one seminar at a time. That is who I am. And it all became clear to me when I started my journey to personal development. And it has been a continuous journey, guys. I still invest a lot on my self-growth. Next, grit. Ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina. Okay? I'm gritty, all right? I developed this mental muscle. I developed this emotional toughness in me that even if back in 2015, I lost everything and na-bankrupt po ako. At I owned all the banks. Dahil ang dami ko pong credit card, nakaskas ko po lahat ng credit card ko and I owe friends lots of money. And I lost my mom due to cancer. I was able to bounce back. At mabayaran ko po lahat ng pagkakautang ko. And when the pandemic happened, once again, I was back to that moment where I lost everything because live events po ang business, ang main source of business ko. And I almost got depressed, but because I was investing in my own personal development, I was able to once again get up on my feet and rebuild my life. And because of that, last year, I became a fashion designer. I launched my fashion brand in Okada Hotel. I've been featured in televisions and newspapers. Ano pa po ba? And right now, yeah, TV host na rin po ako. Right? I'm not saying that para po magyabang or to make such an impression to you guys, but I'm sharing that to you guys to know na whatever your situation right now, once again, it's not the lack of money. It's the lack of belief in yourself. And belief can only happen when you start investing in your own personal development. So I became this tough person no matter my circumstances, all because I am investing in my self-growth. Next, courage. Courage for me is being vulnerable, and vulnerability for me is all about courage. When I started seeing myself and acknowledging all my weaknesses and all my vulnerabilities, that's when I became courageous. Okay? So this is where I moved from my comfort zone to my courage zone. And life started to be different for me when I started, going to the path of courage. New skills, right? I didn't know that I have the capacity to talk this way. And recently po, the newest addition to the things that I am doing, I am now officially the facilitator of the Cashflow 101 workshop here in the Philippines, as certified by Rich Dad Asia. So our company, Loris Enterprises, we are the official organizer of the Cashflow 101 workshop po of Robert Kiyosaki. And we are the only company that is certified to actually do that. And because of my mentors, Balumtan and Jerome San, napass on po nila sa akin lahat ng skills. And I was able to facilitate the very first live Cashflow 101 workshop with Cebu Pacific 2 weeks ago. And with the feedback that we got, sobrang nakaka-happy po at nakakataba po ng puso. So once again, just because I am investing in my personal development, kaya ko pala na mag-facilitate ng isang international event na certified na mismo ni Robert Kiyosaki. More income, definitely. Once you realize na kaya mo palang gumawa ng libro, kaya mo palang mag-podcast, kaya mo palang mag-copywriting, kaya mo palang mag-video creation, kaya mo palang, alam mo yun, tawag dito, mag-create ng isang funnel probably, or sobrang magaling ka pala sa marketing, or you have this ability to talk to people and make them buy whatever it is that you are selling, money comes in right away, right? It's given. Hindi mo na kailangan tanongin yun kung kailan darating yung pera because money is going to flow in, okay, automatically. So Joanna, sa dinami-dami ng mga sinishare mo sa akin, are you a millionaire now? Gusto niyo bang tanong sa akin yan? Can you please type yes kung gusto niyo bang itanong sa akin? At gusto niyo bang malaman ng sagot? All right, thank you guys. The answer is no, no, no. I am not a millionaire because I am a multi-millionaire. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the things that I gained, the relationships that I gained because of personal development. What are those? Yeah, I became the CEO and a business owner of Loris Enterprises. 4 po kami sa company. And our company is regarded as one of the most, alam mo yon, highly respected event organizing company here in the Philippines, bringing in all these wonderful trainers and thought leaders na na-mention na nga po kanina pa. I also became the Chief Managing Director of Empower Magazine by Loris Enterprises. I started to build my own fashion brand. I am Funtabulous by Joana Marie, and recently I became a host of A Journey with Joana Marie, and I am now the official facilitator of the Cashflow 101 workshop. Also, I am married to a very awesome man. Alam mo yon, yung lalaki na sobrang nakaka-annoy sa akin at ina-annoy ko rin. But the kind of relationship that we have is something that, I've always been so proud of, and I've always been so happy because it isn't perfect at all. Ang dami po namin hindi pinagkakasunduan, ang dami rin po namin mga times na nagkakatampuhan kami. But you know what I love about our marriage? It's because we are growing together. Hindi po kami growing old. Okay? I'm 44, my husband is 47. So wala po sa vocabulary namin that we're growing old. Instead, we are growing together. Okay? I am also in partnership in relation to business with the 3 most amazing, fantabulous business people that I know. At kung bibigyan po ako ng opportunity to live another life sa ibang pagkakataon, sa ibang panahon, these people in front of your screen, this still the people that I would choose to be with. I would still want to be married to my husband, and I would still want to be in partnership to do business with Angie, Jerome, and Jeff. And because of that, I really have that for me is priceless. The kind of relationship that I have with these 4 individuals. Hindi ko po yan kayang bigyan ng halaga. Dahil napaka-priceless po talaga ng relationship namin. Okay. Next, of course, I became a speaker, a trainer, a host. Sana pumipindot siya. And I had the opportunity to work with all these wonderful people. Pangarap niyo rin ba to? Ako kasi pinangarap ko lang to before, but it happened to me. And in fact, I am good friends with this gwapong-gwapong lalaki na Matthew Hasi, na super bait kasi guys. And I am being mentored by Blair Singer. Kapag po ni-research nyo all these people, maa-amaze po kayo what kind of money they are making and what kind of impact they are creating to that industry. And because I believe in myself, invested in my development, okay, I was able to meet all of these people. Hindi siya para magpa-autograph lang, but I work with them and I talk to them and they listen to me. Pag sinabi ko na ganito, they listen to me. So yun yung nakaka-amaze dun, that I was able to create that kind of relationship with them, all because I am believing in myself. And of course, I have the confidence because I've invested in my own self-growth. I journeyed with more than 10,000 Filipinos, and this is for me another priceless thing na hindi kayang suklian ng kahit anuman. I'm quite emotional right now kasi while I was creating this, I was finalizing this tawag dito slide earlier. Kanina ko lang po ito ginawa, sikreto. Booking na po yung sikreto, no? Kanina ko lang po ito ginawa para po, to be honest with you guys, at talagang tinanong ko pa muna si Louie, kinulit-kulit ko pa siya, if this is something that I can do and offer to you guys. And when I was on this part na ng slide ko, I became teary-eyed. It started with one decision for me, one intention to make myself better. And all I wanted at that time was to make lots and lots of money. That's the only thing that's important for me. Why? Because I wanted to live a better life and I want to provide a better life for my family. That's my first intention, to be honest. And that was a very selfish decision, probably, kasi it's all about me and my family, right? But because of that one single decision and because of that, alam mo yun, panis na kanin moment in my life, looking back, yung tinagal-tagal po ng journey ko, up until this very moment, I realized, with all the people na umattend na po ng mga training, seminars, and workshops that myself and my business partners have organized over these years, there are more than 10,000 Filipinos na pala yung nag-create ng impact or that Lorus has created impact to. And it's all because me and my business partners started Lorus Enterprises and we hold on to it kahit na nahihirapan po kami. And right now we're starting and rebuilding our company. Lorus Enterprises, we lost everything. Nag-negative po yung company namin and we have to, alam mo yun, nag-remove po kami ng mga employees namin in 2021 because mas malaki na po yung gastos at wala na po halos pumapasok na income. So we have to let go of all our employees, and it was so hard for us. We have to let go of our office back then. Sobrang masakit po yan kasi baby namin yung office namin. And I once again, kailangan ko pong umasa 100% sa asawa ko. Sobrang alpha po ako eh. Ang sakit pa sa puso ko yun na kailangan ko pong umasa sa kanya. But, you know, there are times that I just have to bear with it. And when I was looking at this and looking for the pictures, sobrang grateful ako to where I am right now and to what I've been through. Because all those challenges po is making me the person that I am, have made me the person that I am right now. And yeah, 10,000 Filipino lives, more than pa. That was just probably one of the most priceless thing that my Father God has given me all these years. Okay, so now, what are the signs that you need personal development in your life? Or kailangan mo nang mag-invest besh sa personal growth mo? Okay? Gusto mo bang malaman yan? Gusto mo bang malaman kung time na ba? Totoo ba yung sinasabi ni Joana? Ito na nga ba yung mga signs na kulang ako sa self-growth? Okay? Number 1, it's time for you to prioritize personal growth right now. If you find yourself dragging out of bed every morning and you're going to your work or to your business as if para kang laging makikipag-away. And you're drifting through life. Yung pagising mo, ay, Lunes na naman. Pwede ba? Another Sunday? Hindi ba pwede yun? Tapos nag-iisip ka na ng rason. Parang sakit na ulo ko. Text ko na nga, sick leave na lang ako. Ay, wala pa bang long holiday na i-declare to si President Bongbong? Grabe naman. Ang tagal-tagal na ng huling bakasyon ko. Parang everyday feels like a vacation for you. But even when you are on vacation, hindi ka pa rin matahimik. Naligaga ka pa rin, nasa Boracay ka na, nasa Siargao ka na, and still you cannot find so much fulfillment or happiness in your life. Or pag nagbakasyon ka, pagbalik mo ng Manila, makikita ko na naman yung boss ko, ano ba yan? Ay. Or pupunta ka sa work mo, ready ka, makipag-away, lalo na sa boss mo. Sasabihin pa lang ng boss mo sa'yo, Aniela, yes po. Galit ka na kagad. Sasabihin lang naman niya sa'yo, nakalimutan mo yung coffee sa pantry. Ikaw ba yung nagtimpla nun? Okay. Diba? Tapos pag may lumapit sa'yo, naka-opisina mo, chichikahin ka lang naman, ang sagot mo huwag kang magulo. Dami-dami kong deliverables dito eh. Di ko tuloy matapos-tapos eh. Or you're even secluding yourself. Alam mo yun, yung tinatalikuran mo yung mga ka-opisina mo, tapos ayaw mo makipag-usap kanina. Ba't ko po alam? Because at one point in my life, dumating po ako dyan. Okay? And then of course, you're drifting through life. You're going through the motions. You don't know what to do. Umaga na pala, gabi na pala. Bukas gigising ka na naman. Kanina gumising ka, ngayon gabi na naman. And you didn't even cannot remember. Ano ba yung ginawa mo the whole day? Magsusulat ka sa journal mo, what are the things that you're grateful for? Ano nga ba yung mga nangyari today? And you cannot even remember it because you're drifting through life, right? You easily get irritated with things or people even when they used to be your source of joy. This is so hard, guys. The people closest to you, your husband, your wife, your family, your best friend, your dog. Alam mo yun, dati naman, masaya ka pag nakakasama mo sila. Masaya ka kapag you're spending time with them. Suddenly, makita mo pa lang sila, bugnot na bugnot ka na. And you cannot even understand why is it happening to you. Right? Hindi pa nag-uumpisa yung asawa mo, yayakapin ka pa lang, ano sagot mo? Pantanan mo ko? Dami-daming labahan dyan. Okay. Sasabihin niya sa'yo, mahal, nood naman tayo ng sine. Puro ka gastos. Ipirin mo yung pera natin. Wala na nga tayong pambayad sa Meralco eh. Puro ka pa sine. Familiar? Ba't ang dami kong matawa sa inyo, guys? Nangyayari ba yan? Okay? Yeah. You are so irritated and the whole day, mainit ang ulo mo and you cannot even explain why. Mainit ang ulo mo. Lastly, the most obvious, you're broke or often lacking financially. Lagi ka nalang walang pera. Ito, lumaki ako dito, pagtatanungin kay nanay ko, Nay, pahinging pambiling ito. Wala na tayong pera eh. Lumaki ako na wala kaming pera. So, kaya yung mindset ko, wala akong pera. So, true enough, nangyari, lalo namin na-attract na wala kaming pera. Okay? But this one, right? You look at your bank account, magugulat ka, maintaining balance na lang pala yung natitira. Tapos bukas, kukunin mo pa yung maintaining balance. Ang sakit, right? Tapos, kakasweldo mo lang today. 1 week, masaya ka. Dami mo, milk tea ka, samgyup ka, shopping ka. Tapos, yung next sweldo, kunwari, next sweldo ka ng 31. Tapos yung next sweldo, 15. Gosh, 8 pa lang. Okay. It's the 8th of the month pa lang, you're scraping by. Niyayaya ka ng mga friends mo, hindi ka makapag-Jollibee. Jolly Jeep na lang. Kapag taga Makati ka, alam mo yan. Okay. You're often lacking financially. So, can you please tell me? Sige, wag na lang. Siyempre, confidentiality tayo. NDA tayo dito. Wag niyo na lang sabihin sa akin sa chat kung na-experience yun na ba ang isa sa mga to. If you experience one of these things in your life, or kung lahat ito, pinagdadaanan mo currently, besh, it's time for you to prioritize your personal growth right now. So what's next? So Joanna, okay na, ang dami mong truth slaps sa pinagsasasabi dyan. What do I have to do? Give me a solution. Okay? Because there are some people, right, we're happy and enjoying with the problem. Pero pagdating sa solution, hindi natin maisip, paano nga yun? So what we do, we focus more on the problem. At sabi nga nila, what you focus on expands. Right? Where your energy goes, right? Energy flows. So kung puro problema ang iniisip mo at walang solusyon, lalaki ng lalaki yung problema. Ako lagi ko sinasabi sa family ko, ate may problema tayo, problema na naman. Ba't yung pa pinoproblema ang problema? Kaya nga siya problema eh. So, huwag natin problemahin ang problema, guys. Ang problema sinusolusyonan, hindi pinoproblema ang problema. Can we all agree with that? Okay? Pwede ba yun? Moving forward, if there's one thing that I want you to remember from tonight, huwag natin problemahin ang problema because problema nga po siya. Bigyan natin ng solusyon ang lahat ng mga problema. Are you with me? Can you please type, yes, I'm with you. Okay, thank you. So what's next? So these are some simple things that I want to share to you guys. And probably, some of you or most of you have already started with this, and I commend all of you. Congratulations. Okay, so these are the things that I did when I was starting in my journey to personal growth, and even until now, consistently ginagawa ko po itong mga to. But very first thing that I want you to do is to do a self-assessment. Okay, later tonight, you know what, guys? Have you heard of the word seminarista? Seminarista? Okay. Do you know what it means? Sige, anong meaning ng seminarista? Puro attend lang. True. That's why people are labeling you probably as a seminarista. It's because you keep on attending. But you're not making any action. In particular, inspired, aligned action. So when is inspired aligned action going to happen? Can you please type it in? Inspired aligned action. Yarn. Yan. Okay, thank you. So when is this going to happen into your life? When you start being intentional. And how can you be intentional? Do a self-assessment. So later tonight, I don't want you guys to just go back to your bed, okay? And just thinking na, si Joanna kanina makulit din pala, no? Dami niya mga pinagsasabi. Nakakatawa rin naman pala siya. Okay, kala ko kasi suplada siya. Hindi naman pala. I don't want you to think about those things. What I want you to do is to get a notebook, okay, and ask yourself, who do I really want to be? Because that is the most important question. And why you want to be that person. Kung nabasa na po ninyo ang Atomic Habits ni James Clear, right? Sino na po nakabasa? Can you please type in me sa chat box? James Clear? Yes, right? So ang dami natin. This is, he talk about this, right? The personality. How to build a habit, build a personality around it. So you are not somebody going to the gym, but you are what? Probably you are a basketball player, you are, ano nga ba si Arnold Schwarzenegger? Bodybuilder, right? Yeah, so build a personality because that's who you are. And why do you want to be that person? Like for me, kunwari, may tawag dito, who am I? Kunwari, I am an entrepreneur. So why do I want to become an entrepreneur? Is it because I want to make money? I want to make profit? Or is it because I believe that whatever it is, the product that I have and the services that I have, I believe that it's going to provide value to millions of people around me. That's why I want to stand up and show myself and, you know, start selling my product. Because I know that it's going to create so much changes, wonderful changes in the lives of so many people. So I want you to answer also that. Okay, you're not a pilot, you are not a lawyer, okay? You are not a mother. You're not just those persons. I want you to really ask yourself, who am I? And why is this important to me? Okay. Next, you can start small. Read a book or sobrang daming resources sa YouTube. If you're going to check my YouTube, I have my own daddy playlist, meaning these are my worship songs. And I always listen to the podcast or to the videos of Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Oprah, Jim Rohn, Vishen Lakiani, and a lot more because they are my favorite. Sila po yung lagi ko pinapakinggan. Okay, I've prepared some of the books that I have kasi I usually get a question na parang, ano yung mga favorite books mo? Ano yung mga marirecommend mong book? So, pakita lang po sa inyo. And all of these books po, paulit-ulit ko itong binabasa. So, I have, of course, The Atomic Habits, Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Yan. So, Buddha. So this one, guys, if you want to elevate your manifestation and also, you know, be in control of your own mind, Becoming Supernatural is highly recommended to you. If you want to become a person with really wonderful habits that's going to create wonderful results for you, of course, Atomic Habits. And if you want to become the best leader for your team, for your family, for your industry, Buddha and the Badass by Vishen Lakiani. Oh my gosh, guys, you've got to read this. Okay? And what happens to you? If you are somebody na nagkaroon ka ng trauma, may mga pangyayari sa buhay mo, read this. What happened to you? This is by Oprah and Dr. Bruce D. Perry. It's a really wonderful book talking about trauma. And I love it. Okay? Another, of course, Rich Dad Poor Dad, guys. Lahat tayo dyan halos lahat tayo dyan nagsimula. Dr. Wayne Dyer, The Power of Intention. Learning to co-create your world your way. This is where I got my own version of I am a co-creator of my life and the universe supports me in manifesting my dream. It's because of this book po. Of course, Think and Grow Rich, right? Lahat tayo dito dumaan. Elementary yata tayo dyan. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Yan, T. Harv Eker, right? The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Another leadership book that a must read for everybody. And if you wanna learn more about love, The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. So you're going to understand what love is in a very profound way. And I'm not talking about typical kind of love. It's a love that encompasses everything because of this book. All right, so those are my books po. Yan. Ayan, lad. Haha, sabi na, ano yun? Ay, gusto ko yan. Ang alin? Nalos ako. Alright. Ay, sorry. Ano ba yan? Okay. Next. Alright. If you are, medyo mas matindi po yung pinagdadaanan mo right now and nag-check ka sa lahat ng mga signs na meron, I would recommend that you go and talk to a coach or mentor. And in our industry, sobrang madami po. Some of them, they give clarity calls, diba? For about 1 hour to 2 hours. Take advantage of that. And then, I want you to also take advantage of those kind of calls, discovery calls. You know why? Because it's very important that you have to know whether magkiklik ka sa particular speaker na yon or particular coach na yon. Because alignment is everything. Not because it worked with Louie or with Lad, okay? Mag-work din siya sa'yo. It doesn't mean na sobrang maganda yung naging result sa kanya, magiging ganun din siya sa'yo. Probably, level 9 or level 8, yes. But not on a level 10 kung paano siya nangyari sa iba. Because you have to make sure that you and the coach that you go, nakukunin mo, nag-a-align po kayo sa values at pinapaniwalaan. And you want to get somebody that truly believes in you without prejudice. Okay? So that's actually very important. So take advantage of the discovery calls being offered because right now, alam mo yung beauty ng pandemic natin, sobrang dami pong nagsulputan na coaches and mentors. Okay, so one of the things that you want to do, go for a discovery call and talk to them. Ask them. Okay? And then of course, investment. Ito, paulit-ulit ko na po sinasabi. Enroll yourself to self-development seminars and workshops because this is the only time that you are really able to fully utilize everything that you have and realize everything that you have inside of you. And when I say invest, guys, don't always go for free stuff. Free stuff, they're okay. Okay? But learn to invest. Maglabas po kayo ng sarili niyong money. Because you're going to get so much more when you pay for that seminar or training. Why? Because may investment ka, what's going to happen? You're going to show up no matter what. Binayaran mo eh. Kahit pa sabihin na 1,000 lang yan or 10,000 lang yan, kahit na pagising mo sa umaga, dahil nakipag-inuman ka last night, sakit ng ulo mo, nakalimutan mo, seminar day 1 pala today. Pagising mo, sakit na ulo ko, day 1 nga pala ngayon ng event ni Joana. Ay, shucks. 5,000 pesos nga pala yun, ano? Sige na, punta na lang ako. Ligo na ako. Inom na lang ako ng Biogesic at 10 litro ng tubig, mawawala ng sakit ng ulo ko na to because you invested. Pero pag hindi ka nag-invest, what's going to happen? Pag inuman ka, uwi ka alas 5 ng umaga, tapos start ng training alas 8, what are you going to do? Libre naman yan eh. Okay lang. Wala naman akong binayan. Right? So your commitment, your level of commitment is going to be very different. That's number 1. Number 2, you're going to have a different result because you know that you paid for it. So now, yung mind mo, naghahanap siya ng something that you can use from the training, from that speaker, na magagamit mo pagkatapos ng training. Okay? Because you want what? ROI. Can you please type it in? ROI. Yan. Okay? So now, allow me to share to you guys. So binigyan ako ng opportunity ni Louie to actually share one of the events that we are reviving and bringing back here in the Philippines. And it's called Millionaire Mind Intensive. So this is an international event that our company has franchised. So we have the exclusive rights to bring it here in the Philippines. So the program is created by T. Harv Eker, the author of this book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And this is the weekend that's going to change your financial life forever, meaning no turning back. Whoever you're going to become after this 3-day event, hindi mo na siya babalikan. Gusto mo ba yun? Okay? Ibabaon na natin. Okay? Kung sino man yung dating tayo na hindi naging helpful sa growth natin, especially sa finances natin. Okay? So the event is going to happen in September 9 to 11, 2023. So that would be a Saturday to Monday at SMX Mall of Asia. Our lead trainer is Mr. Robert Riopel. So he's the very first person po personally trained by T. Harv Eker, okay, to actually do the Millionaire Mind Intensive. Yan po. So this is a financial education seminar wherein you're going to learn how to create wealth, okay, a wealthy mindset. And it's going to educate you on how a millionaire thinks and acts. So this is what this program is all about. That's why I keep on saying money, it's just money. It's not the amount of money that you have. It's all about your mindset. It's all about your belief. Because in this seminar, we are going to give you the right tools to learn how to reprogram your mindset, change your financial habits, and start improving your finances regardless of how small your current capital may be. So this is what other world-renowned trainers and speakers is saying about MMI. Do you believe somebody like Anthony Robbins saying nice about MMI? Kapani-paniwala po ba? Right? Yes, because he's being followed by millions of people all over the world. What about Jack Canfield? Okay, what about Mark Victor Hansen? And all these people, despite their stature, despite their monies, okay, they still attended a training like the Millionaire Mind Intensive and actually say something nice about it. It only tells us one thing. Millionaire Mind Intensive is one-of-a-kind seminar that you must attend this year, no matter what. Okay, so allow me to share this to you guys.
There's a secret to success everybody hopes to find. There's a key to the world, and it's mine, all mine. There's a world of opportunity filled with possibility and dreams that I'm gonna find. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. Oh, I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. All that I can see, all that I can be, infinite prosperity, it's all inside of me. I got a millionaire, I got a millionaire, I got a millionaire mind. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes, I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes, oh, I say yes to success. I got a millionaire, you got a millionaire. I got a millionaire, you got a millionaire. I got a millionaire. I say yes, I say yes to success. Oh, I got a millionaire mind. I say yes, I say yes to success.
So,
Millionaire, I got
wait, stop share. Pero biglang na-lost. Ayan, before I continue guys, so who here has a millionaire mind? Can you please type me in the chat box? Yan. All right, so the tickets right now for the Millionaire Mind Intensive, we're selling it for general admission is 7,000 pesos and the VIP admission naman po is 10,900 pesos. So I think Louie has a link that can share to you guys para if you want to check more and kung ano po yung mga inclusions, ano po yung makukuha ninyo for the ticket. Dapat pala ganito. Sorry naman. Yun. Okay, ayan. So the Gen Ed, this is perfect for individuals, employees, young adults who want to create steady, positive progress. For 7,000 pesos, you get a GA seating section, plus a Millionaire Mind workbook, and all these 3 bonuses. And if you go for the VIP naman po, these are for people who are ambitious, aspiring, and enterprising individuals determined to rise up and attain worldly success. Not only in the Philippines, okay? So what we say here is global success. Do you want that? Can you please type yes, yes, yes in the chat box? Okay. And when you go for the VIP, all of these inclusions po, kasama po yan. May bonus pa po dyan. I am a Money Magnet t-shirt. For the t-shirt alone, guys, just to give you an idea, that is 1,099 pesos po. So, do you think sulit? Ang VIP, sobrang sulit po ang isang VIP seating natin. Okay? Yeah. So allow me to end this with this message that I want to impart to you guys. Always remember, and I want you to please read it out loud, even if nakamute po kayo. Can you please place your hand in your heart? Place your hand in your heart. Yan. Yung mga yung hindi maglalagay ng hand sa heart nila, wala po kayong puso. Okay. And I want you to say this out loud with me. This is your affirmation for tonight, and I hope that you're going to bring this affirmation with you for the rest of your life. Let's say it together. I am beautifully and fantabulously created for a purpose. Okay, with that, I thank you all, and thank you once again for allowing me to share tonight.